Q1057 and 1035, the Capital Region's classic rock station. This is Caroli, and obviously we're coming right off of the Halloween season. And what better time than now to talk about horror movies and all that kind of scary stuff. On the phone with me, I have Troy Burbank. He's a writer, director, producer, and actor. And we're going to talk movies, specifically one being shot in New York State. Troy, how are you?
I'm great, Mike. Thank you for having me.
Correct me if I'm wrong. From what I understand, you started as a professional boxer. How do you make that transition from boxing to movies?
Back when I first started boxing back in 1985, I went to a gym right in my area, Middletown, New Jersey. I always loved boxing from watching a Rocky movie, and I wanted to always do it. So I finally had my father bring me to the gym, drop me off, and, I loved doing that. And then let's fast forward a couple, probably 8 months, 9 months. There was a production company that came to the gym. They were looking for background fighters for a movie that Mickey Rourke was doing in Asbury Park called Homeboy. My trainer's like, hey, Troy, you want to do this? I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. It was $50 a day. And I was 14 years old. I was like, sign me up. So I kind of like doing that. And boxing, took precedence over everything else. So I did that. And then when I retired from boxing, I wanted to just get back into the movie stuff, and I started writing some short films, and that's kind of how it really started the ball rolling, so to speak.
So I'm sitting here in Schenectady, New York, and Mickey Rourke is from Schenectady. I don't know if you knew that. So we've got, 6 degrees of separation going on here.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't know he was from. I did not know that.
Did you have some kind of training or somebody guiding you in that? Or did you just jump right in and I'm going to write a movie?
I just jumped right in. I had no, because I had a family, raising kids and stuff. So I couldn't really, go to any schooling for it because I had to work. So I just said, you know what? I have a kind of a good imagination. I said, let me just start in real life stuff that I've been through. And I have I come from a big family and my brothers and sisters. So I've seen a lot of stuff, growing up. I was like, I'm just going to do it and see what happens. If something good comes out of it, great. If not, then I tried. You know what I mean? So that's how it really happened.
I will go back about a year or so ago. My girlfriend and I were on a ride, and we went by this place. I had to do a double take. Did you see that place? And she's like, yeah. I think it said it was open, but it looks like it's closed. And we're talking about Snyder's Tavern, which is down in Ulster County, New York. We took a U-turn, went back to check it out. It is an amazing place. Now, I mean this very complimentary. I think it's the best dive bar in New York State. And I remember saying to my girlfriend, this would be a great place to shoot some scenes for a movie. And that's how you and I connected. Tell me about Snyder's Tavern and your movie.
One of my best friends, actually. His family bought a house up there. Probably back in the early 90s, somewhere in that area. We used to go up there, hang out, and we'd go to Snyder's because it's right around the corner. And I always like, this place is like phenomenal. When I started getting back into the movie stuff, I was like, I want to film something here. I mean, like, too great of a location not to do something with. So fast forward, I said I'm going to write a horror for this and go up there and see if we get permission to shoot. So Chet is the owner of the bar. We went up there last summer. I was like, Chet, we're going to film a movie here. Would you be interested in letting us do it? He's like, yeah, no problem. Just let me know when you're going to do it. Long story short, we're there, last weekend filming a scene from this horror film we're doing. So
I think Snyder's Tavern in and of itself could inspire a movie, a script. Just the building alone. For anyone who hasn't seen it, there's a dirt parking lot driveway area in the front, but the building is covered with like bushes and vines and all kinds of growth on the building.
Yep.
But and there's even a sign out front that says keep out, but I think they mean the stairs out front. And then there's a beer sign in the window that is lit and they're open. But if you go around back and you enter into Snyder's Tavern, it is absolutely just one of the coolest places I've stumbled upon here in New York State. Tell me about the movie, What Lives Here.
Premise of the movie is there's this old Victorian house. Like I said, the house we're filming is in New Jersey. Like I said, it's called the Strauss Mansion. It's an old Victorian house. The last name was Strauss. As far as the movie goes, there's an old lady that lives in the house. She was inherited the house from her parents, which they came from a lot of money. So she dies. The house is being sold. The legend goes that everybody from this small town in the Atlantic Highlands knows exactly what happened in the house, and nobody ever wants to go in there for any reason. So they can't hire a local company to come and do the real estate clean out. Find this company from Pennsylvania that knows nothing about the house, nothing about the town. And the guy, his name is Lee Duncan, the owner of the business, the cleanup business, Tip Top Cleanups. He's kind of hurting for money because his business is real slow. So he takes this job. He takes his crew and he drives to New Jersey from Pennsylvania. And that's where we kind of stop along the way at Snyder's to get some food. And that's how we end up at Snyder's. The real estate agent is supposed to have booked these rooms for the guys to stay in for the week while they do their work. There's got a little mess up about the rooms being booked for a different day, so they have no choice but to stay in the house for the night. And that's when all this, the killings, I don't want to give too much away, but
right.
There's a twist to it, and I don't really want to give that twist away, but that's when the killings start. One by one, these guys start getting chopped apart in the house.
That's when they start to wonder, what lives here?
Yes, exactly. Yes.
I think all of us, whatever town we may have grown up in, have that house, that building, that presence within the town that you're like, man, I don't want anything to do with that house. And you go by it quickly or something, right? We all have those places, would you spend the night here kind of places.
Yes.
What can you tell us about the cast?
We have a couple good character actors. A guy named Ron Milkey. He was Officer Dorf in the original Friday the 13th from 1980. People love him, so we have him. Obviously, myself is in it. I'm the director. Also, I'm one of the actors in the movie. We have a guy that's in it. His name is Ernie O'Donnell. He's from Clerks. I don't know if you heard of Kevin Smith. He plays Rick Darris in the original Clerks. And
when you're filming a movie, I know oftentimes you may be there for a day or 3 days or whatever, but what ends up in the movie is very short. How much time do you think Snyder's will be in this movie, What Lives Here?
We filmed at Snyder's. We started at 8 o'clock in the morning, and then we were done by 5 at night. So out of the 9 hours of filming, 10 minutes of that is going to be Snyder's.
That's a lot of time in a movie, though.
Yeah, because it's a very good scene, because I kind of wanted to capitalize on the location because it was so great.
For those who haven't seen Snyder's Tavern, haven't been there yet, it's on Route 28A in Ulster County. Definitely worth checking out if you're doing a day trip or something like that. And so when can we see this movie?
The timeline, we're thinking it's going to be definitely 2024. We're thinking probably it'll be finished by May of 24. There's another good thing I forgot to mention. The house that we're filming in Atlantic Highlands, New Jersey, there's only been 2 movies filmed there. There was mine that's going to be filmed there, which we're going to start this week. And then there's a movie that was filmed in 1979 called Don't Go in the House. Everybody's seen it. The 2 movies that really only been filmed in this house. So we're going to tie this, What Lives Here, to the movie Don't Go in the House, because it's just a great cult classic.
Kind of a nod to the past, what came before, right?
Exactly, yes.
Yeah. Well, Troy Burbank, man, it's been nice talking with you, and I'm excited to see Snyder's Tavern in this movie, but I'm also excited to see the completion of this movie, and I'm excited to see the final result.
If I can throw out a shot of my movies that are playing right now. So we have a sitcom called On Our Own that it's streaming right now on Tubi TV, Plex TV, Amazon Prime. It's the first season. There's 6 episodes in the first season. And then we also have one of my movies I did in 2019. It's called Gone for the Weekend. That's also streaming on Tubi TV, Amazon Prime, Plex, Apple. So we got a few things that are streaming right now that are doing really well. So if people want to watch them, they can just go on Tubi and check them out. On Our Own and Gone for the Weekend.
Troy Burbank, thank you so much for your time. Continued success. Best of luck with the movie What Lives Here, and thanks for chatting with us.
Mike, thank you. I appreciate you having us on your show.